So this is the May 2022 edition of What Have I Been Writing With Lately. This is the monthly video in which I talk about the pens and pencils that have been on my desk this month. It's not a set of reviews or recommendations. It's just what I've been using. And it's kind of a weird mix this month, mostly kind of utility-focused writing, less fountain pens and stuff like that this month, just kind of how it worked out. So let's jump right into it. First of all, this is a Zebra Sarasa R. It's a truly an excellent gel pen. I don't talk about this pen a whole lot, but it's one that I use all the time, and I'm constantly impressed by how good it is. Just kind of always ready to go, always one of my favorite writers. I think it looks great. When Zebra moved from the standard Sarasa clip to the Sarasa R, they had upgraded the ink primarily, but also changed the body and kind of cleaned it up, made it look a little bit less dated. I use one of these kind of just all the time, to the point of I just don't really talk about it on the channel so much because it would be boring, but I really do like the Sarasa R, and it's just kind of one of those pens I keep around all the time. And when I want a no-nonsense gel pen that just works with a really, really nice, really dark gel ink, just a true black ink, it's really one of my favorites. So that's the Sarasa R. This is a 0.5 millimeter, but it's sold in a bunch of other sizes. I tend to go with the 0.5 on this one because it's exceptionally smooth and has really great color saturation, so you really don't have to go up to the 0.7. Next up, this is a Bic 4-color. You know, honestly, I don't even know the real name of this pen. It's just a Bic 4-color or something like that. This is the shorty version. There's also a taller version, and it's a 4-color ballpoint, kind of like one of those pens that has been around forever. This one is really fun to snap. I think probably everyone in the world has had one of these at some point, and it's super annoying to have one of these around you, but it's one of the most fun pens to click. Has a really nice spring resistance here, and obviously the 4 colors. It has kind of an old school ballpoint ink. I wouldn't say it's a great writer. Has a lot of drag, not great color saturation. For me, it doesn't write as well as the Crystal, but I would think it has the same ink as the ballpoint Crystal and kind of the standard entry-level ballpoints, but maybe it doesn't. I don't really know how Bic handles that, but it has a lot of drag, and it writes on almost any surface, and it lasts forever. It's pretty hardy, and yeah, I don't have a ton to say about this. It's just a nice pen to have in your car or have with you or have at your desk to play with, as long as you are muted on your conference calls and stuff like that, which will drive everyone around you crazy. But yeah, this is the Bic 4-color in the shorter version. Definitely a fun pen. Next up, I've been using this one a fair bit. This is called I think it's called a Baux, B-A-U-X, or Baux, probably Baux. And it is a Bic pen, kind of like I put a crystal refill in here, uses a standard Bic cap, but it has a machined metal grip. In this case, I think it's titanium, or maybe it's titanium colored, I can't quite recall. And then it has an aluminum body. I wouldn't call the body machined. I think it's just kind of aluminum and powder coated, whatever. But it's not kind of machined like the grip here. So it's sort of a high-end pen with a Bic crystal internals. I don't know what it shipped with. I think it shipped with the standard 1.0 Bic refill, but I put in this 1.6. So it's really nice, wide ballpoint. And basically, if you like the Bic crystal and you don't want to use the standard plastic body, you want to move to a nice, heavier metal body, you have this thing. Again, I think it's called the Baux, B-A-U-X. I'll link to it in the notes below. I think it sells for about $13, maybe $12, something like that. Sometimes it has a logo printed on it. I got it without the logo printed on it. And then you could customize the color. I bought, I think, everything in gray cap, uncoated titanium here, I think is what it was. And then this is, I don't think it's, I mean, maybe it's gray, maybe it's like a army drab, dark green. But anyway, I bought it to be really nice and low profile. On their website, they had a lot of like very dark, not dark, very bright, violets and blues and stuff that wasn't really to my liking. So I bought it kind of grayed out, which it's a little bit more my speed. I would say this is a pretty nice pen. I wish they had gone a little bit higher end with the cap instead of using the standard Bic cap. I add some nice weight to a Bic pen body, which is a smart call. I actually prefer the standard Bic Crystal Renew, which is uses the Bic Crystal shape, the hexagonal shape, and it is metal and refillable, but it costs about $6 instead of this one. This has like kind of two pieces here, you know, interrupted here where it goes from the, whatever that is, these like kind of cross pattern of the grip up to this piece of aluminum here. It has a step up here that I find to be kind of annoying. And then it uses this kind of slippery powder coated top area, which I don't love the finish of. Anyway, so this has been a fun pen to use, but I'm honestly not blown away with it. I may do a full review, I might not, but I've been running through this one. I've been using it for maybe 2 or 3 months now, so trying to really get used to it and see if it appeals to me. Next up, I'm using this pen. This is it's kind of a strange pen because it's a Pentonic, which is the kind of the sub brand from the pen company Linc, which is an Indian pen company. I've been did a pretty big video a couple weeks back about pens from India that I've been using, so check back on that if you want more information. But this is the B-RT, which is their clicky version of the Pentonic, which is normally a stick pen. And this one has a really nice ink, kind of like almost a Jetstream level ballpoint ink. Nice dark color, really smooth, and a pretty nice body. Click, good click. Has a rubberized grip. The weird thing about this one is I had previously had a pen called the Pentonic V-RT. That's this one here. This is the B-RT. And I had the VRT, and then Pentonic came out with a pen called the BRT, and I was like, man, that's very confusing. What is the difference between the VRT and the BRT? So I just went ahead and bought some BRTs. I figured, oh, once I got the pen in, it would be very obvious because it was hard to tell online. I got them in, and they're seemingly identical. I Googled around some more, and it turns out Pentonic says the VRT is now the BRT. I guess they changed the name. I don't know if it was a copyright conflict or what, but you could see the model numbers are the same. Look at this, ending in 6610, ending in 6610. Model number 400, maybe you can't see that. Model number 4007B, model number 4007B. So it seems like they just changed the name of the pen for no real reason. Anyway, I really do like this pen. It's a really nice, smooth writer. It's got some really great ink in it, and it lasts for a very long time. It's just a nice, fun pen. This, of course, is the Jetstream Edge. I've talked about this pen many times. It's just kind of one of those pens that came out maybe 2020 or so. It originally had a 0.28 millimeter refill in it. I think I blew through that one, and now I've replaced it with a 1.0 millimeter refill. So it's got a lot of smoothness, a lot of color saturation. You can see it's actually not quite as dark as the BRT or the VRT. It's, you know, kind of a little bit more gray and a little like maybe a little bit more black or gray color in it. It's not as pure of a blue. It doesn't quite have the saturation as the VRT or the BRT, so pretty interesting. But I really do like this 1.0 millimeter in this. It's called the I don't know if it's an SXR80 1.0, I think, but it goes right in here, and then you get that nice retractable body of the Edge with the grip section that's slightly flared out, kind of futuristic and cool looking. That cool wire clip, which I like. This top section is metal, which I think was a little bit too bad, but I'm sorry, this top section is not metal. It's plastic, which I think was a little bit of a failing. I would have liked to see this upgraded, but it doesn't feel that bad. And in fact, this has some extra weight to it, which it is metal. It gives it a little bit of a bottom heavy feel, which I really like in my pens. So just a nice combination. I found it in this color. It's like a mint green, which I really like. So I've been using this one a fair bit, not a ton, but I try to keep one of these SXR80 1.0s around just because it's a great refill. So this is a Rotring Rapid Pro. This is a pen that I've been trying to revisit over the past couple months. I think I kind of veer towards the Rotring 600. To me, that was always the original and the one I like to use. The Rapid Pro was a larger version that I think never really appealed to me so much, because I was like, man, why would you have a Rapid Pro when you could have a 600? But I don't know, over time, the Rapid Pro has grown on me, and I've grown to really like, has a nice knurling on it. The body is larger than the 600. I think it's a more comfortable pen to use than the 600, and actually a more comfortable pencil as well. So I know some people don't like that it has this plastic middle section here, but I think the red, first of all, looks very cool. Second of all, I've never broke one of these in half, so I can't really ding it for having a lower build quality than the 600, even though I know a lot of people don't like that it uses plastic. Either way, Rotring Rapid Pro is a really solid pen and one that's fun to use, and just day-to-day, it's a great workhorse. I have kind of a strange refill in it. This is a Visconti Smart Touch, which is, I don't know the exact origin of it, but my feeling is that it is a rebranded Easy Touch 9000. I don't know that for a fact, but it writes a whole lot like the Easy Touch. And in fact, it kind of, when it's kind of halfway through its life, it kind of starts to wear out and have a lot of skipping issues and kind of railroading, similar to the Easy Touch. As you could see over here, you see it kind of got very light and kind of very light here and some railroading. And but then you give it a second and it catches up, and it's really nice and dark and smooth. You'll write a lot, and then you'll just get some light strokes that are quite annoying. But yeah, that is the Rapid Pro. Just a really great pickup, and you could find these on sale sometimes for not much more than $20, maybe $23, $25 if you wait, especially around the holiday season, because Rotring's owned by a giant company, Newell, and they tend to put stuff on sale on like Amazon and some other channels fairly regularly. Lastly, kind of, I don't know how, one of these migrated into my pen cup on my desk, and I started taking notes with it. Then I had to kind of cross some stuff out and like cross out some to-do lists. But yeah, the Pilot G2 1.0mm gel pen, of course, is back in action. This one, you can see it's about halfway done. These things run, I think, fairly quickly, so it's fun to use them. Because they put down so much ink, and they're just like writing with like a really big roller ball, or even a pretty close to a fountain pen. But just a true classic, and I don't use these that much anymore, but it really brings me back, and I really do think it's a fun pen to use, and I like it. I'll definitely get through this one in the next, I mean, not like in the next few days, but you know, over the next couple of months, I'll kind of work my way through this one and really enjoy it. This pen is kind of like one of the pens that started it all, and just a fun pen to use. A lot of ink going down, a lot of smudging, get it all over your hands, but it's just a great pen, really, really smooth. I don't really find these in blue too much. I usually, lately when I've been finding them, I've been getting them in like random pen lots or something like that. And I've had them in black and red. I had a couple in green, one in purple, one in pink randomly. And I really do like them, but having a nice blue Pilot G2 is, well, I'm never going to complain about that. Yeah, so those are the pens, and not really too many pencils this month that I've been using. I would say, like, out of all of them, I've been primarily trying to work with the this Baux, whatever, and then the Sarasa R. And then I did a lot of work with Indian pens, but not really so much with the Pentonic VRT or the BRT, which I was really using the Pentonic, the stick one for that. And then this guy I've just been playing with a lot and using. It's just a super fun pen. So yeah, that pretty much covers it. Thanks for watching.